Big yawns. Double mom time. It's true. Turn the synthwave down just a little bit. Yeah. Apart from Binding of Isaac getting on my tits, I'm good. I don't have the fucking patience for shit like that. It's so, I can play like 2 runs of Backpack Hero at a time before I simply become far too frustrated to function. So, hello. Huh. So we have our bases here. We're gonna do some, like, I'm actually gonna turn on the time-lapse for this stream so that way I can post on Twitter. So that way I can get that sweet social media clout. I can post the time-lapse of the whole stream on Twitter. But yeah, for those of you who are unfamiliar, give me 1 second to show you the girl. Our dear Rachel. Happy Lesbian Visibility Week. These lesbians sure are visible. Is it Lesbian Visibility Week? Hell yeah! What a beautiful coincidence. The spirit of the LGBT just conglomerated in my head. But this is our girl. This is Rachel. Our beautiful superheroine, Splatterhouse. And I decided quite some time ago that she was gonna have 2 moms. I decided that they were both gonna be witches. And I liked the idea that they had polar opposite aesthetics, that one mom was, like, very goth, Dracula, vibe, the other, peak cottagecore, fairy green witch vibes, and while originally it was going to be cottagecore goth, I thought it'd be funny if it was the other way around. So this is the goth, and this is the cottagecore mom. I don't have a lot of stuff decided about them yet, narratively. I also just don't know how fleshed out as characters I want them to be, but... yeah, I'm kind of like Sabrina and her 2 aunts. Yeah, actually. Thick mommy, thick mommy, thick mommy. Why do I have a feeling they're gonna be hot? Well, making them hot's not... I mean, it's not the goal, but it's not like I'm gonna be upset if you think they're hot, I guess. That's just not the goal today. Oh, here, let me... Serena and Helga? No, it was... oh, it was something like that. Because Heaton is really good at making hot women's. I try. You say that as if I'm doing it intentionally. You say that as if I'm complaining. Well, if you're asking me to stop, then it sure sounds like you're complaining. Zelda and Hilda. There it is. Yeah. That's it. I was gonna say, it was something that was, like, just old enough sounding. Cursed fun fact? Alright, give me a sec. Let me see... Also, yeah, as posted on Twitter, I'm thinking about trying to put together, like, a proper website for all of my characters at this point. Because, like, nothing's ever quite what I want it to be, you know? I can't find I can't find like a pre-existing service that I like that does what I need it to do. So maybe I'm just gonna fucking do it myself. I like this one. The Mary Celeste was discovered floating in the ocean with no sign of its crew or passengers. They still do not know what happened to them. Create your own website for your own characters. Yeah, I might finally be doing that. Another cursed fun fact. Coconuts apparently kill around 150 people every year. It was dragons. Making your own site sounds like the best option. Be happy to see it. I heard about that. Yeah, I've been thinking about it. I was noodling around with I noodled around with Wix a little bit, and then with Squarespace. And I like them both, but they're a little... It's one of those things, right, where they're all their marketing is oh, it's so easy. It's so easy. It's not easy. I was just fucking staring at, options for, 5 minutes while I was talking to Susie. I'm I have no fucking idea what's going on. HeatonHorror.com. Well, they're not all it's not all gonna be horror stuff, is the thing. I have an idea for a working title that I like.
I wanted to draw, but I am bombarded, but the cat decided to just come and sit on me.
Well, cursed?
Or blessed, I guess.
Did you try World Anvil? I have tried World Anvil, and I think it'll be good for, organizing, D&D stuff, but I think for, broader series stuff, I just don't think it's the right thing for me. It's almost there, it's just not quite the right fit. I'm gonna use another pencil. Because then I can just turn the lines black when I'm done, but these are just gonna be This is usually what I do for, a reference piece, is I usually just do a really rough, or I clean up a sketch. Oh yeah, you're still full-bodied, my dear.
Oh, well, I can't fix it right now.
Hang on, I got you.
No, I get to be special.
No, I'm gonna keep you as... You're gonna...
Oh yeah, I know. I'm just no, I must be large. Overtake the whole stream.
There we go.
Boop. I'll swap it when I get a chance. But currently there is a cat in my lap.
And takes precedence, as we all know.
I have already moved here too many times. I should be in jail for 1,000 years. So I need to pay the fucking piper.
Me flicking through all those eligible monster bachelors like it's the morning paper. I may have come up with an OC for Drake to kiss. Ooh, I'm so glad. Make fan characters already. I will simply cry.
They will.
She's watched me do it. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Every time I comment something, every time you send me fan art or something, and I tell you that I'm crying, it's not a joke.
It's not a bit, chat.
I do actually well up every time. I am a big bitch.
It's like when Heaton finishes making the character concept she had for my original setting. I will sob for 1,000,000 years.
I have a rough idea. I have to run past you if he follows the rules.
Yeah.
Did I hear that the flying ones were bird-based, and that there were, and that you can have the occasional overlap? And one particular thing that Brooke said was, like, the ones that have overlap between, like, the bird and the terrestrials typically means that they don't fly. And why my brain screamed cassowary. I couldn't explain to you.
Because, like, cassowary would be super fucking interesting, because I think he would just be a regular winged. He wouldn't necessarily require being grounded as well. He would just be weird.
Yeah. I don't know why my brain looked at that and the first thing it decided was, yes, the dinosaur bird. That's what we'll do. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I guess. It wouldn't be me if the idea was normal and made sense.
Look, I'm down because it just means I have to, like, be on top of if that would be a realistic scenario, and I don't see why it wouldn't.
Brooke is a furbolg.
Bovine adjacent.
Which is fucked up, because who am I supposed to make for Adam to kiss? Me? You can smooch him. He'd smooch a non-binary person. To be fair, cassowaries are based. I love them.
They will kill your ass.
They're dinosaurs!
They will just beat your ass. No questions asked. No provocation.
They've been unchanged for millions of years. They have no natural predators. I just think they're neat.
They are neat.
But yeah, I've been wanting to, like... I've talked about this off and on, right? Like, I want to have, like, an aggregate space for, like, all of my shit, because I, like Susie, have hit the point now where I have simply too many characters and too many individual ideas to just be like, yeah, you know, the thing. So, like...
Not everyone can be me.
Yeah, and have an encyclopedic knowledge of all of my stupid bullshit. So, like...
It's not stupid.
It is stupid.
It's not stupid. It's not stupid.
Too many characters spoiling your broth. Well, it's more to say that, like, I have 12 pans on the stove and now I can't see the other side.
It's a big stove.
Justin, not stupid. Listen. I have to, like... One of the things I set my sights to doing this year was something like that, purely because, as well, I have to start writing shit down. Like, I have to get in the habit, because the main reason I don't write things down is because I forget. And it's why I don't know if other people in my circle anyway, I know tons of other people can attest to this problem, but, like, I run the thing where, like, I have a lot of, like, little accounts scattered across, like, tons of things, and now there's information scattered all over because I start posting, and then new details come out, or I come up with new stuff, and then I don't write it down, because I just don't remember to. And I need to have a place where I can start aggregating, like, broad concept shit. And some of that has to go, some of that shit has to go in, like, I have to get better about updating my shit in OneNote. Because OneNote's the main thing I use to, like, keep my, like, ideas, like, stuff for, like, story-based shit. Because, like, I I can't be like, here's the fucking script outline on a fucking website, right? Because the whole point is, hiccup the thing, you capitalist marks. But like, so I've been trying to be better about using OneNote when I get an idea for like a narrative thing, but like I also have to be better about like posting about my shit, about talking about it, about making more content with it. I have to be better about it. But I keep getting in my own head about the process. And I'm like, well, nobody's gonna care. And they're like, yeah, they're gonna continue to not care if you don't fucking do anything with it, you dumb bitch.
How do you expect people to care if there's nowhere for people to have shit that they can look at?
Yeah.
How are people supposed to care if they can't crank their hog? Hi.
Hi. It's like a treasure hunt for lore. It's true.
Motorcycle and crank my hog.
I carry a detective.
Make things as easy as possible to have access to. It is more likely that people will be able to interact with it.
Also, of course you do. Of course you do, James. I carry a detective-style notebook around with me. Is it a leather Moleskine specifically?
Do you keep calligraphy pens on you as well?
I need to know if you carry around specifically a black leather Moleskine notebook and a ballpoint pen.
No. I'm gonna make predictions. He keeps a feather and a vial of ink with him at all times.
Yeah.
And potentially ruin his nice suit? No.
He doesn't keep it in his suit. He keeps it in his man purse, i.e. the side bag.
Everyone is like, is that how you say it? Yeah, you're supposed to say it Moleskine.
Moleskin. It's Moleskine. Also, congratulations on 650.
Yeah, I'm so proud of this community.
Can we get it to 1,000? Chat, can we get it to 1,000? I don't think Chet can do it.
I moved my art a little bit and you fucking jump, cat. What the fuck?
I don't think Chet can do it. I think Chat's a bunch of cowards. I think
I
think Chat's too cowardly to even get it to 700. I mean, $50. Oh, I know. We went through like a major like GoFundMe thing with my thing, but it's paid off now. That means you guys should have money for yourself.
My shit is. Okay, for the longest time, James, I did the exact same goddamn thing. I did. I used the exact same thing. I wrote all of my shit down in a notebook. And I did that for years. And what happened was, again, I kept forgetting. And then they'd be scattered to the wind. It's Moleskine? Oh. That just wasn't the way I was taught to say it. It makes more sense.
Moleskine. It's Moleskine, not Moleskine.
They skin real moles, you know.
No, don't skin Mally. Mally doesn't deserve that.
I love fucking. I've talked about this before. This is gonna be a random take, but hear me out. I fucking love moles.
No, it's Moleskine. Never mind. Caden could add the 50. I can't add any money. I need every single dime I have right now for Zelda.
Yeah, Zelda needs
treatment.
Needs treatment. Zelda sick. Yeah, I love moles. Fucking, I think they're super cute. I've always thought they were super cute. Well. Little guys. Little dirt piggies. They run around in the dirt and they just hang out. They're friends. They're little guys.
She'll be fine. She's
just sick.
We're gonna get her some blood tests and X-rays tomorrow, so we gotta wait a little bit for the money.
Yeah, she's okay. She's just a little sick. That's all.
And sleepy.
Sick and eepy.
I will say I almost cried in the veterinarian, partially because of Zelda, mainly because I saw a dog that was just mauled by another dog. The dog's fine. It was just their ear was open. And it was like, oh my god, I would not do well in this thing.
My fucking one of my favorite memories, I say sarcastically, was going to the vet with my parents for, I think it was for Winnie. And there was a dog that had been, well, let's just say he'd gotten into a fight with a porcupine and lost. And he was okay. Like, it didn't mess him up too bad, but there were just, like, it didn't get in his eyes or nothing, but his poor little guy, his fucking snoot was just full of needles. It was just full of quills, poor little guy.
Homeward Bound style?
Yeah. They were just waiting for the vet to come to numb his face and pull him out. Sometimes
PG is now
Sometimes it happens.
next to / on my leggies. This bitch woke us up at 5 a.m. doing her own meows, just wanting attention, and it was to the point where her own meows infiltrated Justin and I's dreams. And then I didn't go get back to sleep until like after the alarm went off. So I'm running on a deficit.
I know that feeling all too well.
Bitch.
Yeah, I've been trying to, but I keep trying to, like, aggregate my shit, because I need to start writing it down.
Yeah.
It just takes discipline.
It does take discipline. It needs...
Motivation's bunk.
Virgin motivation, Chad discipline gang. I have to... The thing with me that I've discovered over the years is that with my fucking memory problems, it just has to become part of a regular routine. And then I'll start doing it. Once it becomes, like... Once I hit the point where it's like, oh yeah, okay, I've got an idea, and that's the first thing I reach for, it becomes easier. But getting into that pattern is always tough. And it's not because I don't want to, and it's not because, like, oh, I'm lazy, or it's easier. It's straight up just because I forget. It's why a lot of the time, like... So, I've talked about this before, I've made fun of friends for having, like, 1,000 tabs open. And I don't typically have 1,000 tabs open, I have 1,000 individual windows open. Because if I close them, I'll forget. I'll forget what I needed them for.
That's a sign of ADHD, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. It's a neurodivergency issue.
So... See, what's funny to me is I work multiple monitor setup, kind of semi, big screen, laptop screen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Blaze only has one, unless she's drawing, then she has two. She puts everything on her laptop screen. Her laptop screen is 17 inches. So it's like browser, Discord call, art, freaking video game, OBS, VTube Studio, like all of it, all like scattered about, like it's breadcrumbs for Ashley the mouse. Just friggin' insane to me.
How motherfuckers function that way, I say as a motherfucker who had to function that way.
When I was able to upgrade to fucking 3 monitors, I don't want to go back.
I never want to go back.
I have been told by motherfuckers who have 5 monitors, you never go back. Every monitor you gain, you never go back.
Because it just makes your process easier.
Well, also the motherfuckers who do have like the 5, 6 monitors, right, are usually
That's
like
excessive.
coders.
Well, yeah, again,
they're coders. They're coders. They're using them all at the same time because they have to, type thing. Whenever it comes to gaming, like I used to work with 3 monitors, and now I work with 2 monitors. I'm like, I wish I had the only thing I wish is the second monitor was larger because it's hard to read text with it. So.
I currently work with 2 and 2.5. Because I don't ever turn my XP off. I just set it beside me. Because if I turn it off, then I have to redo all of my manual settings, and I don't want to do that.
If I went over to 3 monitors, I'd be doing the sideways monitor for chat.
That's what I do.
It would make, yeah. I would have one for Discord and miscellaneous like OBS and all that stuff. The center would be for the game, and then there would be chat on one side, so people would see me move my head
Realm
over and
wanted
over
an accent. Okay, sorry, I was in the zone there for a second. Okay, Google, set a timer for 2 minutes.
Set your mom for 2 minutes.
Okay, Google.
I got it down here. Don't worry about it, babe.
Okay, thank you.
You activated the one down here, so.
Well, that's the thing in it, is if I don't look at the bookmarks, then I won't see them and I'll forget they exist.
Well, I bookmark tabs all the time.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like I don't. Yeah, like I don't. If they're not open and I'm not looking at them, then they don't exist. And the minute that they don't exist, I forget them. That's the issue. Is I have to be on top of it. I have to be seeing them all the time. It's why when I need to remember to do something in the morning, like after I've been working all day, I'll keep. Oh fuck! I merged my layers wrong. Shit. But like I'll leave the tab open in the morning, and then when I wake up and I open up my computer, I'm looking right at it, and I'm like, oh, there it is. That's the thing I had to do today. The blast on in it. Oh, God damn it. Oh, she noticed me. I see your daily dinosaurs every day, Eth. I appreciate them immensely. I love having a new stream every day and then getting to learn about a new dinosaur. Maybe I'm weird, but I have a hard time handling 2 monitors. My attention gets split too far much with gaming and Discord. Well, I sort of tune out the Discord monitor after a while. Usually because I have it open in, if I have it open, it's usually in our personal group chat. The one that Brooke, Justin, and I have. Just in case, like, I need to see something.
Okay, Google. Stop.
Thank you. It's so that I'll notice that, like...
Oh, I canceled it.
It's so that I'll notice, like, oh, we're getting X for dinner, or we have Y planned. Humongous.
I'm throwing Keaton under the bus. It's open to her RP chat with Dio.
It's also...
most of the time.
It's also usually open to my RP chat with you.
I will say, like, it is kind of like, I forgot where I was going to go. The whole entire Discord thing, it's hard for me to 100% remove it from my brain, because I'll see like a slight twitch and my brain goes, huh? Just like a squirrel, just like a dog seeing a squirrel or a cat seeing a bird, and just like, oh god, I need to check this. Oh god, and then it's like nothing changed. So I assume whatever was on my screen is new again until I look at the time.
See, my neurodivergent brain ass can't stand having notifications. So the fact that you just have so many in yours, and like I can see that you still have plenty of unread messages, it's like it makes me, I don't want to say angry, but it bothers me. I don't know how it doesn't bother you.
Typically because I'm not looking at them, so I don't notice.
Well, like, I'll see you glance over and say, like, you're open to your own personal private chat, right? Mary Skeleton War, hello. But, like, there will be plenty of, like, of the tabs. They're not really tabs, but, like, all of the channels that you just have messages you could look at in, and, like, you just...
Truly, 9 times...
unseen shit.
Well, it's because most of the time they're in, like, other VTuber Discord servers I follow, and if they're pings, it's just because they're like, oh, they're pinging everyone because they went live.
And I mean more than just, like, the red notifications. I just mean, like, I mean the white dots, too. That let you know that someone has said something somewhere.
Is this a Silent Hill OST sample?
Am I sad for grabbing a 2-liter out of the fridge and just drinking the rest out of the bottle?
How much is left in the
Silent.
2-liter?
The bottom of the bottle.
Oh, then no. If you're just polishing off what's left in the bottle, then no. Fucking...
I did that with the fucking orange juice container when we were bringing in groceries one time.
Yeah, and that's fine.
Okay. I mentioned this, I think, on my stream.
If there's this is so fucking stupid. If there's like a glass worth of, like maybe a glass worth of like whatever in the bottle, and you just polish it off, like why dirty another piece of silverware? Why dirty another cup? Just fucking drink it out of the bottle. It's fine.
I do want to get somebody's opinion. Because I think I brought this up on my stream or somebody else's stream. Something that bothers me personally.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it when you're at the store, you're at the checkout, some motherfucker reaches his and normal people, they don't have grubby hands. These motherfuckers have grubby hands. Put their grubby hands in like the soda holder and all that stuff, right? To grab the bottle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Open it up without paying and start drinking it in line.
Ah, the worst! That gives me such fucking agita! That makes me so fucking angry!
Fucking hate that shit.
Pay for your shit!
I mean, they do don't they usually pay for it?
They do, but
wait until you pay for it.
It's the fucking principle of the thing! It's not yours yet!
That's the fucking problem here.
It's like, imagine if you went to a fucking Victoria's Secret and you were like, I like this underwear, and you took the tag off of them and you fucking put them on in the dressing room and then just handed them the tag and you're like, no, they're on my bare ass. Like, that's fucking, sure you plan on paying for it, but like, it's not yours yet. Don't fucking...
Okay, here's a question. Does this change if it is a small child with their parent?
If they're a child, they don't know better.
Yeah, if they're a kid, then they don't know any better. It's the...
Or the parent lets them do it.
Oh, if the parent lets them do it, then they're scum.
Yeah, agreed.
Teach your child how to behave. Don't teach your kid to open shit until you pay for it.
I was gonna say, like, only that whenever a kid does it, there is an area where somebody taught them it was okay.
Well, yeah, you don't blame...
It's always the dad. It's always the dad.
It's always the dad. You don't blame children for, like... Children are always the exemption from, like, a social faux pas, right? Because they're kids. They don't know any better. If they're with a parent, though, and the parent... And you look at you give the parent a look, and the parent's like, oh, well, we plan on paying for it. I'm like, oh, so you're just teaching them to be scum. Okay. Motherfucker better be severely dehydrated. Exactly.
Or diabetic.
Yeah, if you're, like, dehydrated or diabetic or whatever, maybe, but, like, you fucking... Don't be weird. Don't fucking... Motherfuckers will eat shit that they buy at the grocery store while they're, like, grocery shopping, too. And they're like, well, I'll pay for it. God. And I'm like, fucking don't do that! Stop it!
And still, yeah, like, I'm not advocating for it. It is weird. I'm not, like, don't get me twisted. It is weird. I just...
Then there's like, yeah, as you said, it's like, then there's people who like grab an entire fucking Snickers bar, opens it up in the line in front of the cashier, not paid for it.
Because like it's because what they're doing is technically not illegal as long as they pay for it. But like,
it's you know what the issue is?
It's
like
the lack of fucking respect.
Yeah, exactly. You know what it is? It's entitled.
Yeah.
It's an entitlement, yeah.
Gigi, what are you doing? Gigi? What are you doing with stepmom's trash? No. No Steve Snorfing.
Like I'm in the camp of you can never hurt a corporation, but you can hurt the pride of people, okay? Then that poor cashier has to fucking grab that used wrapper and try to scan. Exactly. Ugh. Max like 5 minutes until you pay. Exactly.
Have some
And if
fucking
it's taking
patience.
too much, and if it's taking too much time, and you have like a lot of shit, but you're like with their, it's usually a guy with their wife too, right? Go to the fucking self checkout, like a
It's
decent
fucking
human
always
being.
dudes. It's always dudes. I've seen the occasional woman do it, but like it's always dudes. Who are just like, whatever, I'll just fucking... If it's sticky, the candy wrapper gets stuck to their hand, it's awful. Exactly.
Who the fuck eats a candy bar like that and just gets it all over their fucking hands? Unless it's been sitting out in the sun for 50 million years. Like, what? How do you fuck up that bad?
Like, of course you're not gonna put it in like the freezer or anything like that, because the nougat would just become rock hard. But
Much like my dick. What the
Are
fuck
you
were-
ma'am Schlemming?
What the fuck were we talking about before we got on this topic?
Monitors?
Oh yeah, we were talking about monitors.
Anyway, Rachel's parents.
Anyway, Rachel's moms. Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about them yet. I've had some offhanded thoughts, but like nothing super rock solid as of yet.
Any, what are these thoughts?
Well, I've been thinking, in particular, like I said, I want them to be witches. I know that much.
Gigi's in the box again.
She really likes that little grocery box. But like... Because I like the idea that they are more or less how she found Corinthian, who needs to be renamed, because I can't keep stealing from Neil Gaiman forever.
Gigi!
But,
Gigi!
I like the idea that their books are how she got into contact. But, like... I don't know. I'm
So,
here for...
I guess question, was she made by them, or was she adopted by them?
So this is where the like vagaries come in, right? Because I've been thinking, and I like the idea that she was adopted. But I don't, but the one thing I can tell you for sure is I like the idea that she's adopted. But I don't think her biological parents will ever be relevant. Because, like, for two reasons, right? One, I think that, like... I think that story is kind of trite. You know? It's been done before.
Yeah, it's why I don't have even an inkling of a thought for Jane's biological parents. Her parents are her half-work mom and her half-elf dad, so, like...
Yeah, and then the other reason is, being... I mean, the right way to say it, I guess, a child of adoption.
The grandchild of adoption.
A grandchild of adoption. I don't, I just, like, you so rarely... It just doesn't come up. Like... I've been thinking, me, a dangerous pastime, Heat and shut up. No, you're right. I'm not gonna tell you to shut up, that's just correct. But, like, I just like the notion of, like... I guess I just like the notion of the former. Like, I just don't like the... I like the idea of her being adopted, of her having her having moms. And, like, I also, like, the other thing, too, right, is, I mean, I also just don't think Rachel would give a shit. Like, I just don't think Rachel as a character would much care, really. Like, she's got moms. She'd just be like, oh, yeah, my moms. No, but, like, your real parents. Yeah. My mom's. But, like, I've always liked the notion that, like, you can select your family, you know? And I just picture them being, like, they're very, like, good, sweet women, for sure. They love their daughter very much. They love their funky little autistic daughter and her funky little, blood creature. I also have to keep, I keep rotating back and forth about whether or not how, like, malicious I want Corinthian to be. But the answer I keep coming back to is not really. She kind of just wants to, like... She kind of just wants to vibe, truly. Like, she doesn't have, like, any big world-altering plans. Just due to her nature of what she is, she just kind of needs a body to live in. So she's just hanging out in Rachel's until... Shrug. She thinks she's being malicious, but she's a mild inconvenience at best. Yeah, I'm more attached to an idea like that than her being, like, evil. Because I don't... Again, I don't know, that's not the kind of story I'm interested in telling. I think there's way more, like... I think there's way more interesting stories to be told if she's just, like, benevolent and we don't have to worry about that, you know what I mean? Because, like, I think that Venom, for example, is at his most interesting when you don't have to worry about if he's gonna fuck up Eddie. Sequentially ranked hierarchy based on level of familiar importance, the disparity between her moms, the deadbeat biological folks, is too vast to quantify. It's not even necessarily that, you know? It's just, I just don't think that, like... I don't want to say there's no value in it, because that's not true, but, like... No, I mean, I guess the best way to put it is, for me, there isn't. You know? I was gonna say that sounds a lot harsher than I want it to be, but no, it's the truth. Like, just to me, there's no value in that story. There's no value in telling it. Because, like, the most that'll amount to is... her parents are someone else and we get back to this story anyway. Because, like, I never have any intention of her moms being, like, bad people with ulterior motives or any reason for her to ever see them as anything other than her parents. So, like, the notion of adding in this second thing for a plotline that I'm not interested in writing would just end up circling back to a story I'm already more interested in telling. I don't think that'd serve a lot of purpose for me. Corinthian, you should eat that deviled egg on the windowsill. Exactly, exactly. Thank you for the follow! Kobold traveling merchant has arrived. Kobold to give shiny. What give for shiny? You want a cursed fun fact? I can give you a cursed fun fact. This is, okay, I think this is fascinating. You are more likely, statistically, you are more likely to lose your left leg than your right leg. I think that's fascinating. And I'll give you a freebie. The reason why is car accidents. You are more likely to lose the most likely way that you are to lose a limb is in a car wreck. And you are more likely to be struck, you're more likely to be struck on the driver's side than the passenger side. So the left side of your body is more likely to be crushed and require an amputation. Fun fact! I thought that was neat. Did you hear about the CSP thing where it locks you out of certain things if you're not connected to Wi-Fi? I have heard about this. It
got an accent.
I know. Okay, Google, set a timer for 2 minutes.
Okay, 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Yes, I have heard about this. It is, I believe it is the asset studio that it locks you out of. I don't think it locks you out of, like, using the actual program. I could be wrong, though. Could be incorrect. Just gave you a fun fact. You did! Turtles free from their eyes? I would believe this.
Would you like bones? Yes.
Sounds like you're pulling my leg. Did you, I don't know. I think it's because of the, 2.0 thing, perhaps? It could be that it auto-updates you and that's why, but I don't know. Clip Studio Paint has been historically very,
All a god is really is a cult with a franchise.
Thank you for the subscription, Professor Lambio. You've been here for 13 months. I appreciate immensely. But yes, it is. I think it is because of their new subscription services. But I'm unsure. I would have to double check. Oh, well, art? Yes! Every Wednesday we do artwork. I draw one of my original characters, and we talk about them. For some people, this is favorite time of week. Yes, nevertheless. We'll be honest, the Russian accent sounds like movie Dracula. It's true. A little bit. Listen, my accents, I never said they were perfect. I never said they were peak film quality. Okay, Google, stop.
I canceled it.
It's just an excuse to practice. Bet you can't do a Norwegian accent. I can't. I want to learn. The ones I'm the most interested in learning how to do better are, I want to improve my Irish accent. Because it's not very good. And I want to learn how to do, like, Western European accents, like Norwegian, Swiss.
If I could have one magical ability, it's the ability to just know every language. You know,
Oh God, yeah. I'd love to know
a
every
human
language.
decipher.
Give me a good tip, local Norwegian. Teach me your ways. I'd love to hear native tips. I have been subbed for over 2 years. You are legally obligated to do a good Irish accent. I'm trying! I have several characters that are Irish. I want to be able to be better at it.
It's a tip from your local Norwegian. Sharks are not allowed to drive motorcycles.
Blahage. I just like this hairstyle on, like, goth women.
I like women too.
Just the one that's, like, pin straight.
I also like men.
You are a bisexual. Whoa, he's bisexual! I didn't know that! Rough English Norwegian accent. Pinch the two soft skins on the flat part of your jaw. Slightly find a balance of rough and soft accent.
Ooh.
How offensive is it to see that Scotland is superior to Ireland? I guess it would depend on who you asked.
Depends. Northern or mainland.
There we go.
Yes.
I was going to color them individually. I was going to color
I'll
them all
put this-
together, but we'll color them individually.
I'll put this out there. In certain traditions, yes. In national animal being a unicorn, yes. But in the sense of not being ruled over by the British government, no. As a descendant of a Scot and an Irish, I
I would say we're pretty even. We shake hands.
Yeah, it's pretty even. We shake hands. We both equally hate the Queen. Don't worry. At the end of the day.
It's true. The only thing that matters.
No. James is British, and we love him and appreciate him.
It's true. We appreciate James, who is British. And no one else.
And no one else.
Isn't there someone else in your life who you want to appreciate being British? No, I don't think so.
No, not really. What are you, my mom? Du
Nice.
fantastic.
Aw,
Fantastic.
du er fantastisk.
It's hard to. So you know there are two major accents in Sweden.
No, I did not know that.
Yeah, they're two major accents. See, here's the thing. In Switzerland, they teach multiple languages throughout. There are multiple languages in that they learn. English is one of the major ones, but the accent is dictated on where they're located. The two major Swedish accents are German and French, because they are bordered by Germany and France. Yeah.
I'm gonna go a
This cat is in my fucking spot.
little darker. There we go. That's better. I was gonna say I want to make her...
every single fanfic writer since Harry Potter. A little darker. There we go.
I am happy.
Like-
Thank you.
I had to be muted, but yeah, I had to do with the perpetual licensing thing with CSP version 2, which is weird and dumb.
So German, Swedish, and French Swedish, yes.
I think it's a Norwegian accent that I want to nail because there's The voice actor that was Virgil in Portal Stories, Mel, I think he's Norwegian?
I keep every time, and I know you've mentioned this before, every time you say Virgil, my brain immediately defaults to Virgil Devil May Cry.
No.
I
This one's a gay orb.
Okay, a sec. I disagree, Black 97. English is already the most predominant language in the world.
It's also
Like,
a
it
pain in
just
the dick
is.
to learn.
It's a pain in the dick to learn. Japanese, German. First of all, Japanese. There are more than one language in Japanese. Well, actually, spoken is completely different. But you get what I mean.
Do you want a fun language fact?
What's up?
I learned a fun language fact the other day, and I want to share. As we all know, English is sort of a mod podge of like
Multiple languages.
of like 4 or 5 different languages, right? So fun fact, because so with food words specifically, the food words, especially meat words, came from 2 different cultures entirely because of who was using them.
Yeah.
Our
Yeah.
words like beef, pork, chicken are all Germanic words because Germanic people were the ones taking care of the animals. But words like beef, pork, mutton, veal, those are all French words because the nobility was all thought that French was the coolest shit in the world.
And broken swords. That is fair. I think, in my opinion. Here's the thing. Nothing is funnier than people saying, if you're going to live in our country, you better speak our language, right? When they don't speak it well themselves.
Right.
And here's the thing. I'll also put this out there. Typing can also be kind of hard. There is just enough to fuck with people.
I love, one of my favorite things to learn is, like, I love learning foreign slang. That's
Foreign
one.
slang is so fascinating.
I think that's cool. So, like, for example, you will see quite frequently a bunch of W's in a Japanese VTuber chat. And that is the Japanese equivalent of LOL. Because it looks like grass to spam a bunch of W's. Because the word equivalent of LOL in Japanese can be simplified down to the katakana for grass. So now people just spam post, like, W's all the way that. So I think shit like that's so neat.
Also, specific insults in other languages that may not make sense when translated into other languages as well.
True. Or the other fun, stupid bullshit of just like words that are oddly specific in other languages where we have to make entire sentences for them. Except for times that we don't. There's a German.
There is no
word.
There is no word for the day after tomorrow, but there is a word for the specific act of throwing somebody out a window.
I was about to say, like, in English we have defenestration,
Defenestration.
but
Defenestration.
like German has like Schadenfreude.
Like there's just, I love shit like that. I think that's super neat. Cause like, I love that like linguistic colloquialism changes over time, and I love shit like that. Like, one of the things that I love about watching a lot of, I, for example, watch a lot of period anime, because I like samurai. I think they're really cool. So I watch a lot of period anime, and in a lot of, like, the period anime that I watch, I learned that in a lot of them, they speak a very antiquated version of Japanese because it'd be the equivalent of speaking with, like, an old English accent. Because obviously it was, like, hundreds of years ago. And I love being told, like, for example, one of my favorite things about Kenshin is that Kenshin himself specifically speaks a very old, like, formal version of Japanese, and he speaks in the third person because he lessers himself below the people that he speaks to. But you don't get that in English because translating that's a bitch. He didn't like samurai? No way. I know, right? Listen, we have some new people in chat. They might not know that. They might not know about my proclivities.
They'll find out tomorrow.
I'm shocked. Shocked. Well, actually, not that shocked. Heat, I'm drawing a samurai girl right now. Are you excited for tomorrow?
Are you asking that in general, or?
Well, I'm asking Realm specifically, but also in general.
Oh.
Yes.
You cannot handle the uber instincts of
my
uber
autism.
Autism.
Observe.
Observe.
That'll be me tomorrow. I'm weirdly nervous about it.
Not,
Bless you.
not allowed.
Thank you.
It's not even like because I'm particularly... I mean, I guess the word would be, in this particular context, embarrassed, but, like, that's not why. It's... I mean, it's a little hard to explain. I'm less... He who likes Space Samurai also likes real samurai. It's true. I don't know, I'm afraid of it being boring. Because, like... Again, it's kind of an obscure, like, niche thing to be into. So I'm always afraid a little bit that it's not going to be interesting to listen to me talk about it.
I mean, Lucajin just started a Let's Play with her husband Proton John playing the original Kid Icarus on the NES, and like she's info dumping all of this information she has about the game, and I was loving every second of it, and that's pretty fucking niche. So just because something is niche doesn't mean it won't. Something being niche doesn't automatically equate to it being boring.
No, I'm just afraid that, like, because it's niche, there aren't going to be a lot of people who are pre-existingly into it, and then that I'm not going to present it in a way that reads as interesting.
I mean, you're talking about your favorite thing in the whole wide world, and people like listening to you talk, and will go on long diatribes about things, whether you like them or hate them. So, you know, take that, forehead.
Quit talking about my forehead.
I just don't know if, like, it's one of those things, right? Like, I don't know if this is such a fucking autistic response to this. Like, this is something I have seen multiple people with autism discuss about liking things. I don't know if the way I like it is entertaining. I don't know, like the perfect way to put it is, Jinja Ninja some time ago put out a video talking about the way that they play Neopets. And they're like, I'm sure other Neopians can have plenty of very real fun, but I cannot describe playing Neopets in a way that makes it sound like it's fun. And that's what it boils down to, is I'm like, I'm afraid that you're gonna sit here and listen to me talk about, like, societal and narrative constructs for, like, several hours, and it's just going to be super mega boring to listen to. I just realized you are non-binary, right? I am! I am a she, they.
Non-binary.
Non-binary, women
90.
adjacent.
Women
She doesn't
adjacent.
wear beanies.
I actually do. I wear beanies a lot.
The no beanie. You're
You're
not
non-binary?
binary. That's amazing. Want to rob a bank?
Non-binary buddy, all pronouns. Hell yeah! Collect them like Pokemon cards. If being agender means that you do not want to be perceived, does having like all pronouns mean that you desire to be perceived at all times?
Wait. If
Well,
agender
I've got
is not wanting to be
an eldritch
perceived,
deity for you.
wait, agender means you don't want to be perceived. I thought that was suicidal.
There's a difference between wanting to die and wanting to not be perceived. I have many a time where I do not wish to be perceived.
I joke.
How about you let me see them titties? Woohoo! That fucking clip is so stupid and it makes me laugh my fucking ass off. It's so funny. Me learning how to make more effective use of the lasso tool? Couldn't possibly.
Work smarter, not harder.
I refuse to do both. You're gonna do great, shut up. Heaton, I mean this in the nicest way possible. You could read the phone book, and I'd still watch. The only reason I won't be here tomorrow is because I need to Dungeon a Dragon. True. That's a valid reason to not be here. I'll save the VOD, because it'll be the last thing for Know About Us Without Us. So I'll save the VOD. It'll go up on the main channel. Oh, so, some fun, funky, fresh little updates. I'm still, like, stream's not over or anything, but I want to talk about them while I remember. So going up on the VOD channel this week is gonna be, the second part of Dredge, Milky Way the Vampire Prince, and, our first pass at Fear and Hunger. I still have to draw that fucking thumbnail, but I'm putting it off because I'm afraid. I don't want to try. I keep trying to, like, as practice, I keep trying to, like, if I can, trying to, like, mimic the art style of the game that I'm playing. But Fear and Hunger's art style scares me.
You don't get better without throwing your face at it.
I know, but I'm so bad at that, like, I love that painting style where you have, like, the block shading. I love that shit, but I'm so fucking bad at it. Oh, Raid! Hello! Hello, Dojang Me! Hello, welcome, welcome! Hello! If there are any of you who are not familiar with me, then I'll introduce myself. Hello! I am Heaton Mitsuru. I'm your friendly, neighborhood Eldritch Monstrosity VTuber. I am a variety streamer. I do art, I play video games. Today is a Wednesday, so it's a lore stream, so I'm drawing some of my original characters. I mostly do horror things, but I have been known to do other things as well. So I hope you enjoy your time! Welcome to the Legion! What the fuck were we talking about?
Penises.
Oh yeah!
You were trying to emulate the Fear and Hunger art style, and
Yeah.
you were afraid.
I'm afraid. I'm afraid of it. It's very scary. I'm just bad at it! I'm bad at that, like, cell painting shit. It's cool and I like it, but I don't know how they do it, and every time I do it, it looks bad. So I may just cheat and not do it. That is a game I would very much like to play more of.
You should play Faith.
I do want to play Faith.
Priest cop.
Priest cop. Cop priest.
Do it.
I want to play Faith. I'm excited to play Misao. Fear and Hunger is one of those things that I really enjoy in a... Fear and Hunger is a thing that, like, that's up there with the Kenshin shit of, I don't know if the way I enjoy this is a way I can recommend it to others. Because, like, I was playing it on stream and everyone's like, oh, this control system sucks, this feels like bullshit. And I'm like, no, it's actually, like, really tight and deep. It's just that the gameplay mechanics are very complex and very harsh. But I can totally understand why, for a lot of people, it'd be off-puttingly difficult.
Heaton, what's this about Misao?
The video game Misao.
I know.
There. Yeah, that's the vibe I wanted. Me with pathologic TBH. What's this about cell painting? Okay, I'll show you. I'll show you.
One mommy down.
One mommy down. Now we need to draw the other one, who has a polar opposite aesthetic. We love it. Hang on. Fear and Hunger. It keeps trying to give me Fear and Loathing. The game's art style looks like this. And, like, I love this. I love the way this looks. It's really cool. Like, it's got a great vibe. It's so fucking spooky. And I just love I love the aesthetic. I love the way it looks. But, like, because I've been trying to copy the art style of the game, at least I've been trying to. At least a little, if I can. I fucking... How do you do this? How do you fucking... How the fuck? How the fuck do you do this? Look at this fucking oil painting shit. I don't know. I can't do that. This is what I do. I do, like, very flat, like, graphic art style, because I like this. This is the way I like to draw. I like stark, thick, dark lines and, like, bright, solid color. I know about cell shading, but painting, I'm lost. Yeah, exactly! That's what I mean! It's like this paneled shading. I don't know! I don't know how they do it! I've been staring at other artists because I want to steal it, but I don't know how! How to fuck?
How to fuck? But I thought you were ace.
I might need to learn. That might be how you do it. Is this the art style of the sex haver? Is that why I don't understand how to do it?
Alright, I'll call Sanji.
Bro, tried to stream on YouTube, never a fucking again.
Yeah, I did for a little while and I was not a fan of it.
Because I wanted to see if I could after this so long, because I used to stream there like every week, if you recall.
I do recall.
Fucking never again, man. That shit's awful.
Yeah, Twitch really has really cornered the market, huh? Everything about it's just easier. It just has a cleaner, better setup.
On top of it, it doesn't fucking have a 5-minute delay.
Oof.
Look, First of all, I think the major thing that people need to realize on a constant here is no platform is your friend.
No.
Well, of course not.
Just remember that in your mind every single time, stuff like that, you know. But I will say, remember when you're looking at these platforms where streaming happens, look at what the platform was designed for, and then look at what they added in later. There's a reason why nobody went to Twitch when they started integrating you, allowing you to upload videos whenever YouTube was fucking up so hard. The reason why is YouTube is designed for uploading videos. If YouTube gaming was an actual separate website, people would have moved over there. But YouTube gaming is just an offshoot area on the original YouTube website. Like how that's the whole entire thing. It's another reason why I'm like, streaming on TikTok is not a good idea. Streaming on Facebook is not a good idea.
See, okay, I'm gonna hang on. I'm gonna derail for just 1 second.
Go for it. It's your stream. There's no derailing. I'm the one derailing.
Fear and Hunger is erotic, not sexy, not horny, erotic. I disagree highly because, like, one of the key things I watched a video essay. It's called Fear and Hunger, the RPG that hates you.
Yeah.
And, like, something they pointed out about specifically the nudity and the use of, like, sex in Fear and Hunger is that unlike a lot of things like that do use those things, it's not even, like, I'm trying to think of the way that they phrased it. It's like, it's not sexual. Like, there's nothing, like, for example, you have things that use sex, like, as a storytelling tool, right?
Yeah.
But that are still, like, things can be sexy, but not, things can be sexual, but not sexy, right? But, like, Fear and Hunger's sex and, like, nudity is not even that. Like, it's simply it uses its nudity and its, to specifically enhance the horror in a weird way. Because the thing is, right, like, when you're meandering around a place like that, and a motherfucker runs up to you, cock and balls just out.
Barbecue sauce on their titties.
Barbecue sauce on their titties. Dick and balls just out. It's inherently a jarring experience because it provides a sharp contrast between, like, because I'm trying to think of the way he phrased it. It was like they feel less like people because they're naked. Like, they're not naked for sexual purposes. They're naked because they're animals. Because they're not human. They're not even resembling personhood anymore.
Like how the Forest or Sons of the Forest does it, where, like, the cultist or rakes and all that stuff, they're clearly humans, but they're animalistic because of the lack of that. Yeah, you take away, like, things that inherently make your brain register, like, this is a person, or this used to be a person. Like, if I was running around Rikers and there's a motherfucker with a fucking mauler and his cock out, like, Fear and Hunger is such a good aesthetic and a cool lore, but I'm not cool enough to play it. I'm not good enough to play it. It's, you know what? As somebody who's very bad at video games and is playing it, under fucking standable. Like, I said it before, I really like Fear and Hunger, but it's crunchy.
I've also said before, like, Fear and Hunger is one of the perfect examples of I'm a story bitch before I'm a gameplay bitch. Because, like, I will suffer through some shit mechanics. I will suffer through difficulty and pain and suffering if I think that story will be worth it. And that's the experience I'm having with Fear and Hunger currently. Is like, I suck at this. It's brutal. I got fucking scratched by a zombie and died, like, in two areas after that. Because I got infected. I just got an infection. Like, my fucking wounds went septic and I just died. And there's no fanfare. There's no fanfare, there's no screen, there's just text on the bottom of your screen. Like, letting you know that you have a status effect that was just like, oh yeah, you contracted an infection from the zombie, you're dead. And then instantly fucking, title screen. I was sweating my nuts off so that we could find a save point, so that we could get back to where we were in the run, you know? Like, I'm hitting a point where, and I totally already feel what people were talking about, where they're like, this is the kind of game where people would tell you, fucking start save scumming, but, like, already I'm feeling the area of, like, yeah, but how much am I gonna lose if I do that? I found all this armor, all these weapons already, and they're not the best, but they're better than nothing, and, like, if I go back, I'm gonna lose all of these weapons and armor, but it just means I won't have this status effect anymore. But is having the status effect worse than not having all of the gear? It's great. It plays itself incredibly well, but it is, again, bone-crunchingly hard. And I followed a guide to be as broken as possible as early as possible. So you'd think I would have a better idea of what I'm doing, but you'd be fucking wrong. It feels disturbing to even hear that stuff. That's the idea. To be unsettled and uncomfortable. I like a good horror. I'm very into it, I don't know if you could tell. I work with RPG games, Fear and Hunger makes me feel afraid and really cool, but I am a coward. That's why I'll play it for you.
I'll piss my pants for you, child.
I will piss leg pant for you. Listen, I remember the days when I was a weenie. When I read the back of Goosebumps books in order to get the thrill, but not to have to deal with the horror within when I was a baby. I get it. There's nothing wrong with being a weenie. Some people just are weenies. Some people just don't have the fucking stomach for it, but are interested and intrigued, and I'm here.
Weenie Hot Juniors.
I am the queen of Super Weenie High Juniors.
It's true. No, you know what? That is a lie. You may be the queen, Dio is holding your hand as king. I'll never get over it. I'll make fun of him about it forever because it was hilarious. The fucking motherfucker was playing Resident Evil 8, was playing Village, and he got spooked by the crows in the intro segment so bad that he cried.
I don't think I'm that much. I might have to be Secretary of Defense, I don't know.
He is a weenie with a capital W, and I love him. I will continue to play horror games so that way he can sit in chat and not have to experience them firsthand.
I will hold your hand.
I guess I'm more talking about the inherent eroticism of the grotesque, if that means anything. Oh, yeah, I understand that.
Yeah. The heat, and it's like, I'm gonna play this horror game for the first time. Could you hold my hand?
Could you hold my hand?
Look, Justin being there was the only reason I got through the beginning parts of Inscription, because that shit freaked me the fuck out for a little bit.
Really? I didn't think Inscription was all that spooky.
It's not that, like...
It has spectacular atmosphere, though, I'll say that.
Yeah, it's atmosphere that gets me more than just things just being gross, right? And because Inscription has such a thick, creepy atmosphere at the start, it just, that's what gets me.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Like, when Portal 2 was announced and trailers were coming out, that shit freaked me the fuck out. It was hard for me to play the beginning of the video game at first when because, you know, just the dilapidated aperture, you know?
Oh yeah, you have a big thing about liminal spaces.
Yup.
Fucking, I love with all of my heart highlighting the kind of person that I am contrasted against the kind of person that Dio is. He was showing me pictures of the Paris catacombs. And he was like, I hate this shit. It triggers my submechanophobia. It makes me so spooked. I don't like this. I'm so uncomfortable. And I was looking at them and I'm like, oh man, these are really pretty. And he goes, what? I'm like, they're pretty! The beautiful architecture, like, half submerged by the water, the way the low light reflects across it and turns it some very pretty different, shimmering colors. I don't know what you're talking about. I think that's pretty.
Fascinating.
I need to get going. I gotta prepare for things, so I'll talk to y'all later.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Ben's
Lonely would have
here.
a
Hello,
field
Ben.
day with me.
No, it was the lake under the opera house. Oh, yeah. Because you guys were talking about, Phantom of the Opera. That's right. Yeah, I think the lake under the opera house is beautiful.
Dude, Phantom of the Opera unlocked a fear, like a very, very specific fear for me.
Oh, is that the
That's your
origin of the chandelier?
Yeah, I hate sitting under chandeliers strictly because of Phantom of the Opera.
Your very specific chandelier, you could say?
Yeah.
Wordplay.
My...
Gotta love it.
I don't know if it's irony or whatever, but, like, I like being wrapped up in, like, a cozy space that's small, but I also get a little claustrophobic if it's, like, I can't get out, I guess.
Well, it's the difference in the intent, right? If it's a place where you can wrap up and get cozy, then that's one thing. But, like, if you can't leave... Like, there's a difference between liking to sit in the reading nook and being told you have to sit in an MRI machine.
I mean, an MRI machine is one thing, because, like, it's not... I mean, there's clearly an exit at the other end, right? It's not like you're enclosed in, like, a box.
No, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. It's more like spaces that are, like... completely confined, I guess.
No, fucking... Okay, James started Officer Susie versus Chandelure. Does this mean that Gastrotones is afraid of Wombu?
I don't know.
That's why you
As
keep
far as-
arresting him.
That would be, I don't know. I don't think that's been quite confirmed for the lore. Also, Gastrotones and I are supposed to be like separate characters or separate like entities, as confirmed by the video on Keyblade.
I know, I like the mental image of like, of Gastrotones specifically having an irrational fear of Wombu. And like, in true police fashion, it'd be like, is it because he's a ghost? No. Because he's a chandelier.
You want to know the worst possible, like, shit that I had to deal with when the original Five Nights came out and blew up? I couldn't watch those at night, and I had to sleep in a very particular way because I had pink curtains that covered my closet.
no! Foxy's gonna get you. Fucking, I'm going to share some vulnerabilities with you, chat. And, unlike sometimes where I'll tell you these things and they're a bit and you can do things with them, this is not a joke. Please do not make me regret telling you about this. I too have a weird irrational fear. I have, like, a deep, primal, unsettling fear of specifically those wind-up, symbol monkeys.
You're a monkey, Derek. Bash those symbols.
You know what? I can't even joke about that.
She won common, so.
No,
That's fine.
Yeah.
you don't understand!
I mean, those things are freaky looking, and I'm not trying to downplay your fear. I'm just saying it's not like, that's not a super out there one, because it's like, that's not unheard of.
No,
Oh, it's not an out there thing.
It makes sense.
No, it's not an out there thing to be, like, afraid of, but, like, I am afraid of them to a, like, comedic extent. Like, if
No,
you were...
I'm the same way with porcelain dolls.
Like, if you were to put one on our front porch, I would not leave the house until it was gone. Like, I am terrified of them.
How do you feel about SCP-983?
I hate that fucking thing! I hate them! And I don't...
Assuming
And
it's a symbol monkey.
I fucking... And
So he-
it's weird, right? Because, like, I'm not afraid of monkeys in general.
They're just fucking uncanny, dog.
It's their fucking eyes and their teeth. I hate animals with human teeth.
Why do they fucking have the teeth?
Why do they have human teeth?
You don't want to know.
I got them fresh.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Oh my god, shut the fuck up. I hate you so much.
Anyway, someone says so Heaton can't watch Arcane, which
Is
Oh,
there
yeah, I guess not.
is there a prominent symbol monkey in Arcane?
Yes. Yeah, there is. It's
Yes.
Sphinx's like main weapon.
I hate it.
I mean, if it's any consolation, they do explode.
Also, I'm going to sit here for a solid second and say, specifically to Susie, because Susie's the only person I know who plays League. You play League, you're an ambassador, tell Riot to stop. I don't care who Riot... I don't care how many sexy Yasuo skins Riot keeps posting on my Twitter timeline. I am not playing League of Legends!
But I could use some people to play with.
I can't! I don't have the time! I've into the time, I can't acquire another hyperfixation, I don't like MOBAs. Please!
You would
Stop,
definitely like the show, though.
stop sending me the sexy samurai man voiced by Liam O'Brien. I can't do this, my willpower is only so strong!
Listen, my coworkers keep trying to guilt me into playing Overwatch with them, even though I've adamantly told them I am never touching that game ever again.
Fuck Blizzard, Activision Blizzard.
Yeah,
Listen,
fuck
truly-
Activision.
I
The...
I remember.
Go ahead.
I will forever be petty about that because I was saying not fuck Activision, but fuck Blizzard since fucking Hearthstone came out, and I realized that my account was banned, and I was called petty for it.
Why was your account banned?
I'm gonna for. That was the thing. That was part of the reason I started saying fuck Blizzard because they never told me. And
Weird.
apparently it wasn't even that uncommon of an occurrence at the time. A lot of people's accounts were just getting randomly banned for nothing. And some people even spent money on their accounts before they got banned. So the fact that it was like that, like of a prominent thing, I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna trust a company that's going to do something like this. So I'm just fuck Blizzard. I'm not doing it. I'm not here for it. And I was called petty for it. I was called like people had like underplayed like the concern for like the system just randomly banning accounts regardless of like what they were doing.
No, that's ridiculous.
People underplayed like my paranoia about that, and now everyone else is saying it, and I'm like, dude, I've been saying this shit for years. Where were you guys?
Where were you when I hated Blizzard?
I hated Blizzard before it was cool.
I did.
It's like, I was there
I
when
was
it was
fucking
written.
called petty for it. I
You
was
really,
made fun of for it.
you really were there on those planes.
Yeah, you were there when it was written.
I'm never gonna get over that. I'm so angry.
They were playing Hearthstone.
They were playing Hearthstone.
That they were.
Banned for playing
I've
Hearthstone.
said before, the most truly against whatever Activision Blizzard wants you to believe, the strongest motivator for me to go back to playing Overwatch has been watching Dio play Overwatch, because listening to my poor friend suffer in lobbies full of people who suck all alone, I've been like, the only reason I ever want to pick it up is so that he doesn't have to be alone.
I know. Dia's actually also been like asking me like, "Hey, do you want to play Overwatch?" No. Oh, okay.
I will say this, he in a Doodle Tones has also made me realize that I've been a Yasuo main this whole time. I've just been calling him Greninja.
Yeah. No,
Also,
it's
you're
true. It's accurate.
You're the other part of that problem.
Yeah, we went over his kit and everything. It's just Yasuo, but he's a frog.
Yeah.
Funny frog. No, or, okay, hear me out. Dio could stop self-harming. Listen, it's true, but...
Don't, like, we pull our friends up, not let them drag us down with them.
Yeah.
I love you, Dio.
No, that's why when it comes to something like League, I don't say that I'm suffering, because League is a fun game when you have friends. League is not a fun game when you play alone.
Speaking of shitty companies doing shitty things, did you guys hear about Wizards hiring the Pinkertons to stop?
Yes.
Yes.
Which it wasn't even his fault.
It wasn't his fault! That's the funniest part of the whole thing to me. The part of that story that is hilarious is the fact that he didn't even fucking do anything. Like, he didn't even do anything! He ordered the right set. He wasn't even trying to get shit early. He ordered the right set, and and the fucking distributor he ordered from sent him the wrong one. So the poor guy did nothing wrong. Man, this new Inscription ARG is going really hard!
Subscription-based ARG.
That is, well, it's just that's the plot of Inscription.
Oh man, I can't believe that guy's name was Luke the Lucky Carter.
I can't believe Luke and the Lucky Carter got funky. Oh god.
It's like, how did you get your hands on this? You gave it to me!
I dug it up in a box in the woods.
Some cloaked man gave it to me. I don't know.
Oh god, so speaking of, chat, I need to read to you the newest Kojima tweet.
Oh god, yes, please.
So, our man Hideo is going through it.
God bless him.
God bless him. He's
He is
having
truly the Cassandra of our age.
he is the Cassandra of our age. He's having a fucking moment. Where's his fucking post? He posted, did I open the media tab? No. Tweets. Where's his fucking tweet? Was it on the other account? It might have been the other account. Hang on. Hideo Kojima.
Did you delete the tweet?
No, there's no way. He tweeted it just the other day. Hang on. I'm gonna see if I liked it. Because the answer is probably. It's a lot of fan art of Murdoch in here.
I wonder why.
This motherfucker paid for Twitter. No, I don't think I did.
My screen is bad.
Let me see if I can...
You know what? The Pingingtons can't come for me. I have a kitty sitting on my lap. They'll have to get through her first.
Just here.
I'm having, like, a hell of a time finding this fucking tweet.
I found it.
Okay, can you send it to me?
Hold on, let me see if I can get a link to it, because it's embedded here. Point being, MGS2 was a wake-up call to the digital society, but MGS4 is about the digitalization of the battlefield, drones, SOPs, and personal identification of weapons, weapon laundering, etc. From Humnit to Signet to Ozint, it is no longer science fiction.
Poor fucking Hideo was posting on Twitter about the fact that MGS4 is no longer sci-fi. He was so sad.
He is the Cassandra of our age.
Listen, he's predicted the American political future for quite a while now, so, like, I don't know why he's upset. It
sucks! He hates being right!
He apologized for Death Stranding, rewrote Death Stranding 2 so he could possibly, hopefully avoid this problem, which I don't think is gonna help.
I maintain my favorite piece of Hideo Kojima lore is the fact that he apologized for COVID.
Yeah, like it's his fault.
Yeah, because he thought it was! He was like, oh no, I predicted the future again, guys, I'm so sorry!
Guys, I'm sorry.
Why is MGS4 not sci-fi? Because a lot of the shit that he predicted, a lot of the stuff he talked about it in regards to the war economy is just real now.
Yeah. They're just facts now. Not opinions anymore.
Oh, he and I found a pretty crazy video.
Hmm.
So, somebody shot a flare into their parachute.
Uh-oh. It's not good.
That's a bad idea. Don't do that.
Chat,
I couldn't-
learn from this man's lesson.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna take a second and go on a fucking tangent. That motherfucker, That fucking video of that guy almost getting his fucking eye taken out with fucking shrapnel because he's fucking around with tannerite. Fucking... So, casual reminder, once again, chat, that your friendly local eldritch creature was your friendly local redneck. So I've fucked with tannerite once or twice. You use that shit in, like, small amounts. Like, maybe maybe an ounce. And you're supposed to, like, you put it in, like, clay pigeons. You put it in, like, shooting targets so that when you shoot them, they pop. So that you can tell that you've hit them. Like, you use a very small amount, just so that they give off, like, a little flash, little smoke, so that you can tell when you're on the other end of the fucking gun range, you can tell that you've hit them. That's the whole point. But this stupid motherfucker shot at, like, what had to have been, like, half a pound. Like, no less than 10 feet in front of him.
Jesus.
And it blew up, and a piece of shrapnel almost took his fucking eye out.
It got him on his face.
Like, dumbass, fucking don't, they're explosives! Tannerite blows up!
Listen, if the starting sentence before doing something stupid is, this is probably a bad idea, don't do it!
I'm gonna give all of you...
D&D, then absolutely do it.
I'm gonna give you a beautiful piece of wisdom that my father gave me when I was but a simple floating eyeball. If you're going to be too embarrassed to explain to the cop or to the guy or to the doctor at the hospital how it happened, don't do it.
Yeah. Where's the lip?
We live like we have health insurance! No offense to any Americans here, but what the hell is wrong with you people? Well, like, again, tannerite is meant to be used in, like, small quantities. Like, super small quantities. You typically buy, like, a pound of it so that you can use it in, like, 100 or so clay pigeons. And they're something that you launch, like, dozens of feet into the air to shoot. And then they explode. It's so that when you're a long ways away, you can tell that you hit the thing. You don't do that. Use your fucking explosive safely, Christ. Read the fucking instructions on the box when you buy things!
No. I don't even read the instructions for my Advil.
A moment that I will never forget. I had a thing on the back of my neck some years ago. And I was talking to the doctor about, like, what to do about it. And she gave me this cream that she had me apply to it. And she looked me in the eyes, and she said, listen, I want you to use this for 10 days, and it should go away. After 10 days, stop. I was like, okay. And she goes, after 10 days, do not use it anymore. If it doesn't work, come back. We'll set you up with something else. I'm like, all right. And so as we were wrapping up, she asked me, do you have any questions? And I said, yeah, out of curiosity. So I was like, you got really firm with that one. What happens if I don't? Because I was like, you know, I had never had a doctor just look at me and be like, and be so firm in like, do not use this for more than 10 days in a row. So I was like, so what happens if I keep using it? And she told me, she's like, well, what this does is it kills off the blood flow to this particular area. And she's like, I think what you have is just you're swelling. And that there's some kind of like infection there. So if you kill the blood flow for it for a couple of days, the swelling will go down and you'll be able to fight the stuff off. I'm like, okay. And she said, but if you keep using it for more than that, it could start to necrolyze that area of your neck, and that skin could die, and that could fuck up the muscle tissue underneath it, so you don't want to use it for more than the allotted time. It's just bad because that means that you could permanently damage, like, the blood vessels in that area. I was like, oh, okay. And she patted me on the back for actually asking instead of just not listening to her. I was like, yeah, doctors don't normally get so firm about when you're supposed to stop using a piece of medication, so I was a little concerned.
I was wondering what you were telling me to put on my body.
Yeah, you got like really aggressive there for a second, and so I assumed that it was going to be something bad.
Lo and behold. My assumption was correct.
Medicine is spooky. It's true. How does it know?
What?
That was the thing when I was a kid that I was always fascinated by, was I was like, how does the medicine know? Like, how does it know exactly the right parts of your body to affect?
It's studied.
Obviously.
Like, if my head hurts and I take an Advil, how does it know to stop making my head hurt? And then I had to be told, I'm like, it doesn't.
Doesn't. It just applies it to the rest of the body. It's just one
just
part of the body feels it more.
Well, yeah, it applies it to your whole body, but the rest of your body's working normally, so you don't notice that it's working the way it should.
Yeah.
And then they had to hold my hand and be like, sweetheart, that's what side effects are. That's why when you take certain medication, you have these magic things called side effects. It's because it's affecting parts of your body that it's not supposed to be affecting. I'm like, oh.
Could you imagine that, though? It's like, you just have a medicine where it's like, okay, medicine, I need you to help me with my headache. You take it. Why does my ass feel numb?
Why is my ass numb?
And the medicine's like, ah, shit, I got the wrong end.
Knowing
Sorry,
my body, I would absolutely do that.
Sorry, wrong spot. Please don't leave this on my Yelp review. I'm trying to make a good impression out here. The pharmaceutical business is killer.
Listen, I'm very new to this business.
As someone who gets chronic headaches and has to basically pop Advil like Tic Tacs, I follow the instructions and I never take more than I'm allotted. It's a bit. But I do have to take a lot of Advil frequently. So my body just fucking hates me. I just wouldn't be surprised.
Hang on, everybody shut up. Are you... I just saw in my chat this moment.
Yeah.
Broken Swords. Are you having pizza for, like, the first time in your life? Right
Wait,
now?
What?
What?
Is somebody experiencing pizza for their... live? On God?
Does Norway just not possess pizza?
That's shocking to me.
We should fix this.
There's the reason to invade Norway.
We're giving you pizza.
We're just here to give you pizza, and then we'll leave.
We're here to install a Papa John's and then fuck off.
No, I just march in. Odin, this is unacceptable.
It's a new place that opened nearby. And you've never... How old are you? Normally I wouldn't ask ask this question, but I
Wait,
have to know
hold on.
how the fuck old are you that you've never had
That's
pizza
the
before?
important question. What kind of pizza is it?
You're
That's also
How
really
are you
important.
25 and you've never had pizza before?
Pizza
from
is
Norway,
a very
that's why.
American food, and if they're living currently in Norway, I would imagine there's not a lot of pizza there.
Unfucking believable.
Odin, this is unacceptable.
Yeah, also, what's on it? What did you put on it?
Yeah, what did you get? Swear to God. I swear to God if there's pineapple on it.
Shut the fuck up.
Papa John's?
fine.
No, Papa John's is good.
Yeah,
Thor,
that's fine.
pizza. We have nothing like that on Asgard. Linkara, then I'll have to resolve your status as gods.
We cook our own food, but Pizza Hut with pepperoni.
Okay, alright.
Oh, well, that explains why it tastes like cardboard. They gave you a Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut is fine, it's just not a first choice.
It's also probably not good in Norway, so.
Yeah.
Like, we're comparing Norway Pizza Hut to American Pizza Hut. So, it's like, that's like comparing Japanese McDonald's with American McDonald's. It's actually,
Yeah,
like,
Japanese
very
McDonald's is better.
Yeah, because I was about to say because Japanese McDonald's is better.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's why I get my pizza at a local pizzeria. Because
Hell yeah.
support small businesses.
Same.
I'd imagine there's not a lot of Italians in Norway, though, so. SOL, I guess.
We get ours,
Italian pizza
listen, we get-
and American pizza are very different.
we get our pizza from this nice local joint that's recently opened up. It's called, Fazbear's Pizza.
Honestly, you had me going for a second, like, wait a minute.
It's a little kitschy, but, yeah.
From
Makes a mean slice.
from this local place called Fazbear's Family Diner.
Dude, I haven't had pizza in a bit.
There's a
About
place.
or two.
There's a place that's like a little while away from where we live, but we've passed it every couple of times. That's called Freddy's. It's called Freddy's something else, but on the sign it just says Freddy's. And every time we pass by it, I point at it and I'm like, "Friendly Fazbear! Friendly Fazbear!"
Keaton, very important lore question.
Mhm.
Is there pizza?
You get pizza from a joint? Is the pizza high quality? Yeah, our pizza's good.
Ah, I get it.
I feel like they're reusing slices. The pepperonis didn't line up on the last one we got.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's,
there's a Chuck E.
that's a
Cheese
good
pizza.
one, James. I see what you did there.
Terrifying. Just like, this pizza's not full. Put it in the box and just put a couple of extra slices in it. It'll be
Yeah,
fine.
it's-
Nobody, that won't notice.
I never thought about it until you phrased it specifically that way. Black 97, because specifically the phrase, "only half a dozen people have died there," really does put into perspective how many kids died at Freddy's and they stayed open.
Because normally the number it should be is 0.
Oh, did I tell you about the time? Okay, so I have a friend, or I used to. I had a friend in, like, grade school. He is the most accident-prone human being that I've ever met. I've never known a man so horrifically accident-prone. Because he didn't come to school one day, and we asked him what happened. We asked one of his buddies, we were like, "What happened?" And he goes, "Oh, he's in the hospital again." And we were like, "What now?" And this motherfucker, he had his birthday party at a Long John Silver's, in a city nearby. And he fucking ate shit, fell into a glass bar stool, knocked the bar stool over, the glass broke, and he, like, almost bled to death.
Jesus!
And preemptively, before you ask, we were 12? And that was was the second time in a year that he'd been in the hospital because he almost died.
Christ.
The other one was when he had a heart attack on the playground. And that one I remember because I was the one who had to go get the nurse.
Jesus Christ.
Well, because he collapsed. He just fucking collapsed. And we were like, what happened? And something was wrong. So I ran inside to go get the nurse. I grab the nurse, I bring her back, I grab the nurse and I'm like, yeah, he passed out. I don't know what's up. So she went back and then she starts panicking, calls an ambulance. Like, dead serious, the amount of cheese on the pizza, on the air. I love the fucking quotes, the Pizza Hut. Feels like I could have a heart attack. It's true. Listen, you gotta have cheese. Gotta have lots of good cheese.
I'm sorry that your first experience with pizza is a Pizza Hut. I do feel bad for you.
I would recommend, because, like, this is the thing, too, right? It's like, Pizza Hut's okay. Pizza Hut's serviceable. Shouldn't be your first experience.
No, absolutely not.
It's too much fucking cheese. It's a lot of cheese. That's what I mean. Like, you should have... I feel so bad for you that was the first experience you had to have.
Yeah, admittedly, like, I would personally think that, like, any of the big pizza chains are probably a bad first impression.
Oh yeah, first impression you should have it from, like, a local pizza place, of course, but if that's what you get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Broken, I have known you for one stream, and the fact that you just said with your whole chest, yeah, I had to put ghost pepper sauce on my pizza to make me able to eat it.
Yo, that sounds like a good idea, though.
Motherfuckers really do, like, I really do just be attracting motherfuckers to my live streams, huh? Like, non-derogatory, not offensive, but, like, some motherfuckers really do show up here.
No.
First, the guy who...
That sounds good, though.
First, someone shows up in my stream and talks about how he had his whole-ass refrigerator stolen out of his house. I was about to say, then my mod talks about sharking people at pool in his bespoke purple suits that he wears to his fucking Puyo tournaments. Like, some motherfuckers show up in my streams, and you know what? I'm happy for it. I'm glad this is the audience I'm curating. I am curating some interesting people, and that's fucking it, dog. That's the best.
No,
Jesus.
Seriously, though, ghost pepper sauce on pizza sounds really fucking good. Like, unironically.
I'm scared to go around the world to try pizza and other foods. Shit, MRE pizza is better than Pizza Hut. I don't know why it's so inherently, deeply funny that you keep putting Pizza Hut in quotes. There's something so good about the idea of the hypothetical Pizza Hut. Jesus Christ.
Just wait until Broken Swords hears their motto.
Yeah, God. Oh yeah, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
Except, you know, everyone.
Except everyone.
Except everyone. Well, okay. No, I wouldn't say except everyone. I wouldn't say Little Caesars.
I have 12 near-death experiences. I hope that if that helps with the motherfucker list. It sure does, Shining. Jesus Christ. The army has out-pizzaed the Hut!
Yeah. No, it's like I would say Little Caesars. I would say Little Caesars does not out pizza the Hut, but Little Caesars also isn't trying to out pizza the Hut.
No.
Little
Are we gonna have
Caesars
Dredge
is
later if
good,
you feel okay? I don't know.
Pizza.
We'll see. I'm gonna take my break. We'll see how I feel. If I feel up to it, we might come back.
You can't do Dredge later. I got to go talk to other people about Bahamut. Not tonight.
Oh yeah, that's right. They have
Bahamut Day.
You have Bahamut Club, so not tonight.
Not tomorrow either, because I have Dragon Quest stream.
I might, we'll see. Maybe if I'm up to it, we might come back for some more, Fear and Hunger. But we'll see how I feel.
Your body has been fucking cringe.
My body has been fucking cringe. I think I'll probably just take a break today and tomorrow after streams. I'll try again next week. Not here tomorrow, have Blood on the Clock Tower. Hell yeah. I hope you enjoy. But yeah, so tomorrow is going to be the conclusion of my autistic charity streams. Where, because we hit our $500 donation goal for the Autism Self-Advocacy Fund, we'll be, I'll be just info dumping at you for several hours about my favorite thing in the whole world. We don't have Tarragon Insurrection this weekend. Did you ever do a face reveal? My face is around if you really look for it.
Doesn't hide it.
I don't really.
By the way, Heaton, with you wanting to gush about your favorite thing ever, I think I have off that day.
Yes. Do you guys have a Discord? We do! Hang on one moment. Haha! If you are new and you want to be kept up to the minute, up to the minute with all of our activities, feel free to join the Discord. But yeah, so tomorrow is just going to be info dumping. It's just gonna be me talking about my favorite thing in the whole world for just several hours. I'm gonna have to fucking put text on screen so that if motherfuckers join, they know. But, yeah. For now, who am I gonna send you guys to? You know what? I'll send you over to Caden. If I ever happen to run into you, I want to know it's you. You know?
Imagine people just knowing when they meet you IRL. Couldn't be me.
Oh, thank you, James. I wanna do cons next year again.
Dude, I just think it's really funny. Like, if I ever go to a con, fucking who's gonna know that I'm there?
For now, I'm gonna send you over to Caden. Go be polite. Enjoy the rest of your evenings. I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye!
Goodbye!